with a dead end in my path. Thank the Lord that I've got more than that. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I won't forget the lessons that I don't deserve. Because one street over there's a life I could have known would have kept me from the one I love today.
Hello. Let's get to it. This is 1100 WSGI. I know you're watching me on camera going, LaVern, turn on the microphones. Sitting here talking to Terry, just kind of catching up with our summers because, man, we've been busy. We've been just busy. I mean, you look like you're getting ready to go to the tennis court.
Yeah.
I just looked at you. I was like, I hadn't really paid attention to the look you got going here. I'm like, are you going to go play tennis?
No tennis for Terry.
No tennis for Terry. Oh.
Yeah. No tennis for Terry.
But we're just talking about, talking about our trip to Mexico and the rain at the Freedom Fest and all that. I had signed up to work with Barry and Rebecca Richards up in Cross Plains because they had their event on Friday. They had part of their event on Friday night. They were doing music. Oh, we got blown out. I mean, the storm came in. Now we turned them around and they played a little music there in the barn, but it was just 30 people instead of 300 or 400 people.
Yeah. That's all right.
We had fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, we had fun, and it was storming around us, and we celebrated America. And, but, you just can't control the weather. And
sometimes it happens.
Yeah. I mean, and we run into that with our, our first Friday night market sometimes, and you just can't help it.
Nope.
And, but fireworks went off, and they were beautiful. They were a little late, but, and there were lots of people.
Yeah.
Lots of people that came out. Yeah. So I call that a success. I mean, you just do the best you can.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all you can do is just move on.
Yeah, exactly. But I know it's hard because there's so much work goes into it.
It is very, very frustrating.
Yeah,
because of everything that does go into it.
Yeah, because and then your opening act, they got sick. They can't help it. That happened to me in Mexico.
He did.
One day I was sick. Bad sick.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you can't help it. I mean, sometimes you just,
Yeah. He canceled I think he canceled a venue.
Yeah.
The night or two before ours.
Yeah.
And then he was hospitalized, and
God bless him. I mean, that happened. So.
And then the stage, when the stage gets wet.
Yeah.
It's not like as soon as it stops raining, you can just get back on the stage.
Exactly.
Because there's too many liabilities.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of electricity involved in it, y'all.
Yeah.
I talked to Buzzy a little bit about that. Buzzy was in last week, and we talked just briefly about it. But nonetheless, guys, happy birthday, America.
That's right.
We're still celebrating.
We're moving forward. We got a lot of stuff going on still to do in the parks.
Man, so much going on. And, I mean, as we're getting ready to gear back up for school and all the things, I called Terry and I said, I know that we've got to probably kind of reset now and say, okay, here's where we are moving forward. We've got, of course, the splash pad that's going to be open all the way up until Labor Day, right? What's going on with the splash pad?
We leave ours open until like October.
Really?
2nd or 3rd or 4th. It's on the website. I'd have to look.
I love watching the kids in the splash pad.
Yeah.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
It is just, those are the cool, I don't know who ever first thought of a splash pad. But you know what I mean? Whoever
did good. Whoever it was.
Did a good thing.
Yeah.
I remember probably one of the first experiences I had with just that kind of thing was at the park down from the farmer's market in Nashville. When they had just the little water spouts that would come up.
Yeah.
I know I took when my kids were little, that was the coolest thing is to be walking, come off the farmer's market. And I guess is it Centennial Park or Bicentennial Park? I guess it's Bicentennial Park because Centennial Park is the one where the Parthenon is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's Nashville. But nonetheless, that's probably one of my first experiences with little kids because mine were little and they're like, the water is coming out of the ground and it's spitting, and they loved it.
Yeah.
And so it's like from that point on, man, and then when somebody opened up a splash, I don't remember our first experience with a splash pad, but they're cool. They're so much fun. I wish they'd had them when we were kids.
I would recommend to anybody if they're going to do a splash pad, just keep the ground sprays.
Yes.
Like it used to be back in the day.
Yes.
It's a lot less headache.
Is it? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
And then,
And the kids love it. They don't care.
they don't care. They
You
just
know,
want water.
as long as there's water coming out of the ground.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you some of the most fun I've had with my kids over the years as a tarp on the hillside with
That's
water
right.
posts going down it.
That's right.
We have redneck water slides,
That's
what
it.
we always call it. But we got a nice little hill in front of the house.
I've
And,
always said we've got beautiful playgrounds in
We
our
do.
parks, but really, just bring about 12 dump truck loads of dirt in, put it in a big mound, and just
Yeah.
turn them loose.
yes.
And they'll have a great
They
time.
do. They do. I've had my grandson this week, and we've tried to fish, and in the heat of the day, number one, the child doesn't want to get up early when you need to fish.
Yeah.
He's one of those that likes to keep that head on the pellet.
Yeah.
And we just don't do that in my household.
Yeah.
But, and of course, late at night is a good time to fish. Middle of the day, they're just not biting. It's just too hot.
Yeah.
And so we've thrown a lot of rocks. We've done a lot of rock skipping instead of fishing.
That's all right.
But
That's right.
it's fun.
Yeah.
And just a lot of fun to be had. And but we do have beautiful parks, and we're
Speaking
so.
of fishing, our fishing rodeo was a
was that?
big success.
Yeah. How many people did you end up having?
We put a cap on it this year of 350, and we were all over that.
Yeah.
We were all over
Yeah,
that. So
for sure. Because you had some people come up at the end there.
yeah. But it was roomier.
Roomier, because I've been the year that we were able to come. My grandson's so involved with baseball now; it's hard to get him anywhere during baseball time, and he's like on a travel team now.
Yeah.
The dirt bags or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. He's
Yeah.
he's no joke.
Yeah.
And he's a catcher and sometimes pitcher and all that kind of stuff. So he's really into it and he's good. But he is so busy with baseball that we made it to one. But I'll tell you that fishing rod that he won at that's what we've been fishing with all week.
Oh, good.
It's a great fishing rod.
Good.
I mean, that is the same
Yeah.
fishing rod that he won. Oh, and he did. The day we came out to the fishing rodeo, we went on our creek and he caught a bass with it just
like that.
immediately. And then he caught a bass this week, but it got away
That's all right.
before he got to kiss it. I never heard that. He goes, it was too small to keep, but I wanted to kiss it before I
Yeah.
let it go. And I'm like, what are you talking
I
about?
think Jimmy Houston started that
Really?
professional fishing.
See, I've
Yeah.
never heard that. I'm like, what are
Every
you
fish
talking
he'd
about?
catch, he'd give it a lip kiss and throw it
It's
back in.
hysterical. Anyway, but I was like, what are you talking about, child? But anyway, Terry Martin's here, Director of Parks here in Springfield. And so, okay, so what's coming up? What are we getting ready for?
Man, we've got August, the first Friday in August. I don't have to look at my calendar for the date. Up on the square again. So we've got the band in Tice
Oh, yeah, I
coming
love
back.
them.
Yes, they put on
So
a
good.
great
Yes.
show. So we're excited about that. The third Friday in August, we will have our movie night at Martin Luther King Jr. Park. We've got, I don't know, it's Zootopia 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is one of the movies. And then we got Scooby-Doo coming this year.
Oh,
So
Scooby-Doo.
yeah, so we've got our movie nights out there for, actually July. We've got one coming up this Friday. Lord, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah. So we've got this Friday at Martin Luther King Jr. Park, and then we've got one in August and one in September. That's the third Friday of the month. And then we've got coming up in August is the band in Tice, first Friday. September will be the Beacho Brothers. They got cut short last year because of the weather, and everybody loved them. So we're excited to have them back. And then closing it out in October will be 10 Year Town. So we got that going on.
I've heard them.
They're good country band.
I like them. I like
Fan favorite.
10-year town.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They
Cool.
they all mingle well with the crowd.
Okay.
So that's big. That's good.
Yeah.
What is today? Thursday? Yesterday we had our send-off for our little 8U girls softball team who are state champs. They won the state, and they were on their way to Laurel, Mississippi to play in the DYS World Series.
Fun.
Yep.
Fun.
And then we've got our 11 and 12 boys that will be leaving next week who finished runner-up in the state and got invited to the Majors 11-12 World Series, and they'll be in Laurel, Mississippi.
I love it.
Yeah.
How fun. How exciting.
Yeah.
I love it.
So-
I'll tell you, I was never exposed to baseball until my grandson came along.
Yeah.
I get it. You know.
Yeah.
We never played baseball because we had 4 boys and we just couldn't chase it all.
Yeah.
We just couldn't chase it all.
Yeah.
There was just not enough time in the world to chase baseball like the time commitment it takes. But it's a family.
Yeah.
And I get such a kick out of watching my son's family that are so involved with baseball and the camaraderie and the family that's built. I mean, they truly have this little baseball community, which is
Coolers and tents.
it is really, yes, coolers and tents, but they're good friends.
That's right.
They're good friends. They hang out. We're getting ready to have a big birth. I've got two of my grandsons are birthdays, and we're getting and one on the 5th and one on the 28th of this month. And so they're having a combined party. All those baseball people will be there.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
the thing. That's their extended family.
That's
and so
right.
it's really cool. It's really cool. But
That's good.
you know, so I get it. I get it. Y'all crazy, but I get it. You know, I'm just saying. But anyway, so we've got all that coming up. And then, so you said the splash pad and all those things will stay open until it just gets too cold, basically, right?
Yeah, it's like October 2nd or 3rd this year. Whenever we
That really surprised
we
me.
usually keep
Okay.
it open until then. Yeah, because Tennessee weather, you don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it could be that last Saturday. It could be snowing or it could be 90 degrees. So we just let it rip.
We for years we had a big cookout for the roofing company in October. Cardinal Cookout's what we call it. And one year there was snow.
Yeah,
It was in October.
yeah,
And it was like fall colors and snow coming down. Just flurries, of course. But it was like, oh, welcome
Yeah.
to Tennessee, y'all.
yeah. That
Yeah.
El Nino this year, they're talking. You know, we might get a bunch of early snows again. Maybe not for
Really?
us, but
Yeah.
across the United States.
Interesting.
So.
I don't know. After last year, ooh,
Yeah, who knows?
we're all going. We've had our snow. We're good for a while. We're
Yep.
good for a decade.
Yeah, that's right.
After that, we're like, we're good. We're good. The kids have got a story to tell when they're 50 years old. They're like,
Yep.
"Yeah, when I was in high school, we were out for 2 weeks." Because I can just imagine the stories and the tales that will come.
We got our fall baseball signups are going on.
Right.
For baseball and softball, football and
Football.
cheer. They're practicing. That season's about to start towards the end of August, 1st of September. Yeah, just a lot of stuff going on.
When do those seasons start? The baseball and the cheer. My granddaughter has signed up for cheer, and now this is all Mount Juliet, but it's basically the same kind of schedule.
Yeah,
And I was so shocked. I was like, really?
yeah, yeah.
Another thing to chase.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's so funny. But
Our soccer season here is about to fire up, so we'll start practicing in August,
okay.
play in September, play in October.
Okay.
Football and cheer is practicing right now. Some leagues start towards the end of August. Most of them is September and October, and then 1st of November you usually got your Super Bowls going on everywhere. So that's that time frame. Baseball and softball for fall ball, they're going to practice in August. They're going to play in September, and they're going to play in October,
Right.
and then that's over.
Well, and what's so funny that they cheer for the football
Yeah.
is my understanding.
Yes.
So I've not been exposed to this yet. I'm
Yes.
getting ready to,
They do.
see them all do their thing. It'll be cute.
Little ones. The littlest ones are the funniest ones. The little 5-year-olds. It's got looks like two just legs coming out of a helmet.
Yeah.
And they just run around just bobbing into each other.
Yeah, we did that. I mean, because my husband played football in college, and so I mean, we're going to do. When our kids first, we only did it 1 year.
Yeah.
and then we're like, maybe we'll wait. It was funny.
It is.
It was funny.
It is.
We got a kick out of it, and they had fun. They didn't know any better, They were
Yeah.
just bopping. Well, it's kind of like when they get out and play t-ball and run the wrong. That's a hoot.
That's right.
That's a hoot.
Go to third instead of first.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
so funny, and we're going to be experiencing that pretty soon. So, with one of my other grandsons, I'll have 7 grandkids by Christmas,
Darn.
and 3 girls this year.
Oh yeah, you're fixing to be on the run.
It's crazy, but I will. I will have by Christmas. I'll have 4 granddaughters and 3 grandsons.
Getting time to retire.
Man, no, I'll never.
No.
Nope. I don't. I plan to teach until I'm 75. That's the plan right now.
Okay.
That's my second career.
All right.
You know, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I get summers off. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. I got more time off than I've ever had in my life. You know, it's all good. It's all good. But I love it. But we are getting ready to head back to school, and the parks are going to be busy. There's going to be all kinds of stuff going on, school related. How does that work? Do the schools use y'all's parks and stuff for different things? I mean, a lot of the schools all have their own fields and stuff.
Yes.
But like in Greenbrier, our soccer team has to use the Greenbrier City Park because we don't have soccer field.
Right.
And so, does that happen here in Springfield at all?
South Haven, we've got an agreement with them at Legion Field.
Okay.
So they use Legion Field. And then, you know, like you said, most of them got their own facilities now.
Yeah.
All the county track teams, if they have them, use our track at MLK.
Yeah, at MLK.
And then we used to host Springfield High School baseball, softball, and all that.
Right.
But now they've got their own facilities.
Right.
They've had them for quite a while. So we just don't have a room. We get requests all the time.
Yeah.
But we just don't have the room. Innovation Academy has asked us before, and we just don't have the room.
You just don't have a place to put them because you got other things going on.
Well, we got all of our leagues going on, and
Yeah.
then South Haven, you know, came in and said, "Hey, we'll fix up Legion Field and get it where it needs to be if we can play our baseball and softball down there." And we were like, "Yeah."
Yeah, exactly. Now, what's going to happen? Have you heard anything about whether or not, because they do the pep rally on the square that we've done always in the past, and they moved it over to Martin Luther King last year. What's going to happen this year? Do you know where we're going to be? Are we going
Same
to be
place.
We're going to be at Martin Luther King again?
I think they've done some tweaking
Yeah.
because traffic, maybe.
I can't remember.
I think it was traffic.
Yeah. Why are we not on the square? Because we loved being on the square. It was so much more kind of down home kind of feel. Is it just too many people?
Adele, if you're listening, you can answer her question.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, so that's a chamber thing. That's not a city thing.
Right.
But do they work with you guys on that, I think?
Yeah, they just
would have
use
to,
our facility.
Yeah. Well, I'll ask Adele. I'll get her on here because that's one thing that the kids missed it. They liked being downtown, you know. They like that because especially we've got the Capitol Theater now all lit up, and I mean the downtown's so cool.
Yeah,
you know. So I'll ask those that are in charge of that then.
They may have outgrown it.
Yeah, because it's such a fun event. It's such a cool event.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that one. That would be an Adele question.
Okay, all right. We'll ask her that. Well, what else have we got?
Hey, Greenway is always available to walk.
Oh yeah,
fishing. Mm-hmm. You can fish out at Travis Price Park. Make sure you got your license because TWRA does come by. Mm-hmm. Fishing's available out there. Biking, you know, Frisbee golf. I shouldn't have said that. I knew better than to say that. I knew better. I can't believe I just said that. Not Frisbee golf. Disc golf. Sorry, disc golf.
I was wondering what you were correcting.
I know. I can't believe I just said that. I know better than to say that.
But, yeah, it's like we're not playing Frisbee.
No, it's disc golf.
Disc.
Yeah.
That's hysterical. They'll get on you quick.
Yeah. Outdoor sand volleyball, outdoor basketball courts at Travis. Pickleball Gardner, skate park. Oh, we got the skating competition coming up. Listen, I challenged Miss Martha Haley, our new recreation programmer over special events, to add a few things. She's killing it.
Oh, good.
She is killing it. She's doing such a great job.
So when is the skate competition coming up?
Oh gosh, you hit me with all.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know I should know them. I don't want to say them wrong, but I think it's August 1st.
Okay.
It's coming up real quick, but I believe
what kind of a comp? I mean, what is it going to be? Just anything and everything skate?
No, there's going to be different age groups.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're familiar with Rocket Town in Nashville.
Oh yeah.
So Rocket Town's coming in.
Oh, cool.
They're going to bring judges. We got awards for them. Mr. Perry's School of Rock is going to be playing live music.
Awesome.
And this is all going to be at Garner Street Park.
Oh man, that's going to be cool.
Supposed to start about 4:00.
Awesome.
Going to have vendors down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That'll be a good time.
Yep.
That'll be good. And that skate park's just so cool. That's another one of those things that somebody had an idea and just came and said, hey, let's get this done. Because that was done with grant money, wasn't it?
That was, honestly, that was Margot Fosness. That was her brainchild.
Okay.
Years and years ago before I was director. And
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That long ago.
Yep. And we just, we finally made it come to
make it
fruition. And Kiwanis, they're the ones that raised all the funds for that. And and did all the work. The city, we put a little bit into it with sidewalks and signage and things like that, but not like they did. They funded the whole.
It's very cool.
Oh, they love it. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you go down there and there's people from everywhere down there.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Well, because you need a place like that, and if you're into that, man, there's just only so many places you can do that because you can't take over the sidewalks in a town anymore. That's what a lot of the skaters used to do.
Correct.
And there's
well, we've given them a place to go, and we've got some property right behind it, where we left it like that for add-ons, and they're wanting to add on to it a little bit more. Wow. So that may be coming in the future.
Cool.
Always trying to find somebody willing to raise them funds again and just. Gotcha. Bring that company back down in there and let them add on to it because it's available to be able to do that.
Well, and I love the dog park too because that's another thing. It was a brainchild and an inspiration. Somebody said, "Hey, we need." Well, we're talking about disc golf. Somebody came to you and said, "Hey, can we do this?" Yeah. And I love how those things happen.
Miss Chantel Gonzalez came to me and said, "It's funny because they always come to me and they'll go, I know you probably wouldn't be interested in doing this, but." And I
like, no, really, I would.
Yeah, I tell them all the time. Listen, if we've got the area, and I can see that it's going to fit and work, without disrupting anything else, because most people don't, if you're going to bring in a dog park, and I've only got like 80 parking spots, and we're going to bring in a skate park, and we got an all-inclusive playground, and we got pickleball courts. They don't think about
the logistics of it all.
Yes. How's it going to affect the walkers going down the Greenway Trail? What's it going to do with parking? Is the bathroom facility going to be big enough to handle the flow?
Yeah.
Those are things that they just don't, and we got to look into whenever they show up. But we got together with her and put that together down there, and man, it's been a great hit.
Well, and if you're new to the area and you don't know about all these parks, just reach out to them at the center and they can, fill you in and give you a list and sign you up to walk and work out at the center. And tell everybody the hours of the center before.
It is Monday through Friday, and we are open from 6:30 until 7. And then it's always posted because we've got so many events going down there.
Right.
Every once in a while, we'll have a luncheon or something during the day where it's closed to the members. Yeah. Not often. That doesn't happen often. It's also an event center on the weekends. Everybody books the center down there because of the pricing for birthday parties, weddings, wedding receptions, church events, just anything and everything.
It's the most affordable. I mean, when it comes down to it, if you look at venue prices across the board, the center is a deal.
Yeah.
It is a deal. And that's just,
And we have like the drapes for the walls, the parachute for the ceiling, tables, chairs, stage, dance floor.
Yeah.
All that's there that you can rent, and it just transforms the gym into an event room.
Yeah, well, because I've been there. We do. They do all kinds of stuff there for open door, and so we're there because we'll have the chili challenge that'll come up, and that'll be there.
Yeah,
and their big event that they have in the spring, the gala. Oh my gosh! Now, are the Sugar Plum Ball?
They're back.
They're back. Do you know when that's coming up? I don't know. That's coming up in November this year.
They're moving it to November.
It's going to be at the center. And that's something, again, that's Adele. I got to get her in here to have those conversations. But the Sugar Plum Ball, I love that they've moved it to, I wanted to say early November because there's so much going on at Christmas now. They've decided to move it kind of away from all the things that compete with it during December.
Correct.
And I thought that was a great idea.
Sort of a kickoff to the Christmas holidays, Christmas season.
If I'm not mistaken, it's around my husband and I's anniversary, which is early November.
I know it is in November this year.
Yeah, but it is. So, and I think that's going to surprise a lot of people. But I imagine I'll get with Adele. But this is all. I love how you all cooperate together because they're going to work with the center and all those things to get all these things done.
Sure.
And we just have a beautiful community that works together and just gets it done. And we do it. So it's just done so beautifully. So your entire staff and everything y'all do at the parks is just awesome. We appreciate you.
They're incredible. Can't say enough about staff.
For sure.
They're the ones that make it happen.
Absolutely.
We get disc golfers that are here all the time, and it just blows their mind that the fairways, the open fields are actually mowed every week. And it's just little things.
Yeah.
You know, it's just something small like that. We've had people, I remember when the eclipse took place, and I mean, we had Northerners everywhere in our park, and they were just completely blown away that there was no trash.
Yeah.
That's all they.
Isn't that amazing?
That's all they kept saying.
Yeah.
We can't believe that there's no trash in this park.
Yeah. It's like, well, that's how we do it down here. We leave it better than we found.
That's right.
That's just the way we were all raised.
Yeah. I'll never forget.
You know.
I think I told this. I'll tell this last story. There was a lady. She was either a college teacher or went to college or whatever. But anyway, she would drive through Blackwood Drive and Wilkes Road to go to work or school every day. She wouldn't actually go in the park, but she would drive by it.
Yeah.
So she calls me, and she says, I need to talk to whoever's in charge of the parks. And I was, we have that conversation and everything.
You're like,
Yeah. My ears always, I'm always like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
And she goes, I have a complaint about your park. And I said, okay. I said, yeah, let me hear what it is. And if we can fix it, we'll fix it. They are entirely too well manicured. That was her complaint. They are entirely too well manicured.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. She said, yeah. She said, you may need to consider, and come to find out, she was one of these
tree huggers.
The bees, the flies, the fleas, whatever. So after we talked and everything,
I'm teasing, but yeah.
I challenged her. I said, I'll tell you what, I've got an area down the Greenway. And I will allow you to come in and plant all the wildflowers, all the sunflower seeds, anything you want to do in this 2 football field length area on the Greenway. And let's get that like a nature area through there. And you all come in from the school and let's get that done.
Interesting.
Never heard from her again.
Never. Funny.
Never heard from her again.
Her thing was, we need to let nature do nature.
Oh yeah.
So
that was the first time I'd ever heard of
hysterical.
No mow May.
That's really?
No mow May. Yeah.
That's hysterical.
They want you to not mow anything, even at your house.
Oh, how weird.
No mow.
We have, if anybody wants to see that, we have an area that because somebody had farmed, our farm. And I was just like, let's just let it go. And this has been many years ago. I don't know if you've ever been out there. We let it go reforest.
Yeah.
And so we've got this section of forest right next to our house that is literally, we just quit mowing it.
Yeah.
And it's the coolest thing ever because it's all what just grows up in Tennessee. And it's cool.
There's areas for that.
Yeah.
And there are.
And we have one if you want to see it. And I take field trips out to our house, and you're going to love this. We've got to get permission from all the CTE, bosses and stuff, but we're going to take the criminal justice students along with my broadcast students, and they're going to be the news team, and the criminal justice students they're going to stage a crime scene out in our woods or something, and we're going to have a field trip out there.
Okay.
Won't that be fun?
Yeah, that'll be really good.
Great?
Yeah.
And I need a church to sponsor it and bring and feed all my kids because we're figuring it's going to be 100 kids.
Well, you need a park to do it in.
We're going to do it at our house.
Oh, well, if you decide you want to do it in a park.
Oh, you think it'd be better at a park? Okay, well, we'll talk.
Let's talk.
Well, see, that's the thing. We were going to just stage it out at our house because we're right there on the street.
I mean, you got a great location and everything.
We've brought kids out there for field trips multiple times. And it just works. Well, Caleb Stratton's brought kids out there to do stuff in the creek and do just kind of science stuff, biology stuff. I don't know. That's not as you can tell, that's not my field of expertise. Biology stuff,
That's right.
But that's cool. But yeah, doesn't that sound like fun?
Yeah, it sounds like real fun.
But because we've got criminal justice, of course, at Springfield where my husband is, and then we've got a criminal justice class at Greenbrier. So we were like, I bet we can get something fun together. So
yeah, that's a real good idea.
So anyway, well, you can come out and play if you want to.
I might have to.
All right, buddy. It's good seeing you.
Good to see you.
Still waiting for you to come back in on Faith Friday.
Faith Friday. I know.
We've been talking about that. We'll talk.
I've been out for a while, but we may be able to
work it out. If you missed our last time about a month and a half ago, we decided we were going to do a little Faith Friday debate because we're both very Jesus freaks.
Yeah.
And so we thought we'd have fun with it. We'll see. We'll see what we can work out. It's good to see you, brother.
Slow to speak.
Slow
Quick to listen.
Yeah.
Slow to anger.
Slow to anger.
Love your neighbor.
Absolutely.
Jesus is enough.
There you go. I love it. That's a good mantra right there. I love you, brother.
Love you
Hang
too.
in there.
Thank you for having us.
Always.
And
you need
putting Springfield out there like you do.
Absolutely. My
Appreciate
pleasure.
that.
And go to the center if you have any questions for this young man.
Yeah.
And he'll get you and fill you in. Him and his staff get you all going with that.
We can do it.
Thank you, Terry Martin, our Parks Director. And you'll see him out and about. And while he's making his exit, we are going to talk about one of our sponsors. And we're going to let Alannah Fann come in here and talk about sign language. That's another one of I told my husband this morning, there's so many things I want to learn to do. That's something I really want to learn to do. And I just don't have enough hours in the day. But as she makes her way in, we're going to talk about my friends over at Valor Mortgage. Come on in, Alannah. And we're going to talk about Valor Mortgage. Chris Armentrout. My microphone has decided to come off of its stand all of a sudden, but we're going to make it work. We're going to talk about Chris Armentrout and the experienced loan officers at Valor Mortgage. They are your hometown source for helping you with mortgage solutions. You know, I like to start the ad reminding you that if you get, I don't know about y'all, but I get spammed constantly. You have equity available in your house and don't you dare click on that stuff. Because if you click on that, you're going to get spammed even more and you're just a number. It's all part of an algorithm that they figure out. Oh, somebody answered that call. They will drive you crazy. If you're really interested in any kind of question that has to do with your mortgage, call Chris and talk to him. Talk to the other loan officers there at Valor, because that way you're working with a neighbor. You're not going to just be a number, and you're going to have the best solution to help you with one of the biggest decisions you're ever going to make. Because when it comes to your mortgages, your refis, you're investing in your future, all of the things, Valor Mortgage is ready to serve you. And they've got the whole package, everything from VA loans to VHA loan options, conventional and jumbo financing. They've got all the tools you need to get you to the closing table. You can call them if you have questions, and of course you do. 615-671-9178, 615-671-9178. They've got an office in downtown. They can arrange to meet you, but he does say make an appointment because they're always out and about meeting with other folks. And you can also go to valor.mortgage to get pre-approved today, because when it matters most, you deserve a lender you can trust. You can buy with confidence, buy with Valor. Valor Mortgage, NMLS number 1210804, DBA of Encore Lending Group, NMLS 1249911, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval, rates and terms subject to change without notice, not a commitment to lend, and please let them know U-Turn sent you when you get in touch with them. Alannah, am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
Alannah Fann, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
And you've been in here before.
Once.
We've had you. I was going to say, we've talked. And this is so funny because Lee Marie, she has all these classes. She's like, LaVern, you said you wanted to take this. LaVern, you said you want to take that. I'm like, but I don't have enough time, Lee Marie. But you guys have been doing the sign language classes now for at least a few months, right? Mm-hmm. And you're getting people trained. How fun is that?
It's really fun. Yeah, it's good.
Do you find out that a lot of people have this, like myself, as a bucket list thing? They would just like to know how to navigate those waters if they run into somebody who needs sign language.
Yeah, there's a few of those. Some are losing their hearing. They're older and they're wanting to learn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Cool. Yeah.
Really? I had never even thought about that. I never even thought about that. You know, one of the things that I find really fascinating is the trend to teach babies simple sign language. Mm-hmm. That blows my mind. And I know that some of the, infants that I've in my family, when they were super young, before they could really speak, they would learn the signs for more, I'm done. Or, what are some of the simple things that they teach babies? Because I know that more is the big one. All done.
Food.
Yeah.
Drink.
Yeah. So just the simple things that they can't, absolutely express. And it's really cool. The more I see a lot with little babies, I'm like, I know what that means. Mm-hmm. And that is just that's just the coolest thing ever. Mm-hmm. Do you have I just love how sometimes you just get those ideas and you're like, thank you, Holy Spirit. might be kind of fun to have you. I teach audio and video production, and anything to do with communication relates to that. You know, it might be kind of fun to have you come in and show my kids some just basic signs. That might be kind of a cool thing to do in my class sometime. Would you be open to doing that?
If I can.
If you can? Yeah, you probably have a day job and all those kinds of things and are pretty busy during. What do you do for a living?
Well, right now I'm working
Pull
for
that microphone to where you're talking across the top of it. Tip it up a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
Greenbrier Elementary as a pre-K assistant. So
Okay. Well, you're down there by me. So, okay, very good. That's awesome. I love it. Don't you love working in the school system? Isn't it just the best? I love it.
been
How long
good.
have you been doing sign language?
Well, I went to school for it in college.
Okay.
And then I worked, when I came back home in 2015, I worked at the library some, and I would
Okay.
teach sign language classes there.
Okay.
And then in 2019, I started interpreting for the schools.
Okay. So you are the sign language interpreter for Robertson County?
One
Okay.
of them, yes.
One of them. How many do we have?
Right now, just 3.
3. So how many kids do we, I mean, this blows my mind. I mean, you know, I'm getting ready to start my 5th year in the school system, and I had no idea it was such a need. So how many kids would you say we have in Robertson County that need a sign language interpreter?
When I first started, there were more. There was probably about 5 or 6. But right now, there's only about 2.
That are really dependent upon it. Well, that's good, but still, it's a skill that if you can work with the kiddos to help them, because I know we had, and I wasn't around the student that needed it, but we had a student at Greenbrier High School that needed an interpreter for, and this has been a couple of years ago, I think. But I knew I would see somebody and they're like, "Oh, that's sign language interpreter." I'm like, really? We got to, you know. And so if they're not in my class, I don't necessarily know them. And so, but it's fascinating that this is a skill that people just kind of take for granted.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of the coolest things that I've ever experienced too is when somebody is singing and they use sign language along with their song. That's one of the most beautiful things. It's just, it's just beautiful. It is just beautiful.
A couple of the ladies that started taking the class, they saw that, and that's what made them want to come and take the class. So
That's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to learn is because and I've told this story before, but back in the heyday of my radio days, this is probably in the 80s, because I was not living in Robertson County at the time, because my friend, it was back when Chris Kelly and I worked together on the morning show with Phil Valentine, Terry Hopkins, and Charlie Manos, and all those guys. And they had gotten Chris and I to come up here and judge a beauty contest or host it or something. I can't really remember. And it was in the gym there at not the gym, but the theater there at IE Academy. And it was in that theater. And Chris and I were there, you know, doing whatever, you know, with the show. And one of the women that was competing, she sang a Amy Grant song and signed. And I mean, it was breathtaking. And it just blew my mind. And I've never forgotten that. And so because of that, I've always been just like, wow, what a cool expression. And you see things on social media where people are just beautiful songs and then they express them through sign language. And it just gives it even if you don't know what they're signing, you get it.
right.
It's very cool. So
Yeah.
I just love it. So where are we as far as classes right now? I know, Lima, y'all have had a class going. Are you about done with that class? You're
Yeah.
going to be starting another one. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so the class that we're taking now, the last class is Tuesday.
Okay.
We're going to start a new class, level 1, Thursdays, August 6th at 3:30
Okay.
to 4:30.
Okay.
And then we're going to have a level 2 class. This is the first level 2 class we've had.
Oh, wow.
Because we've had a lot of the people that's in there now express interest that they want to do it more, go through the book more, because we haven't had the time to finish the book, and also have conversational expressions through sign language. So level 2 would be the same day, August 6th, Thursdays, but it would be at 6.
Okay. So are you seeing enough success in this? Do you think you'll keep this going and kind of keep some classes going? Because I want to get my schedule where I can come in there sometime and do this. This is one, just like the clogging class. There's a couple of classes I just have got to eventually take because these are things that have just really been bucket list things that I'm like, I really want to learn to do that. I'm taking piano right now, and I'm playing piano. I have a piano lesson today. Thank you, Rachel Culver. And it's something that you just, I don't care how old you are, don't stop learning. Don't stop learning. And if you have these things, you're like, I just really want to do this. Do it. Just do it. And I love Lee Marie's kind of her pitch on it. She says, if it's something you really want to do, talk to a friend and say, come with me. Because when you've got somebody else doing it with you, keeps you motivated, keeps you going, and it just keeps you checked in with it. And that's what she's building at Well in the Square, are these places for folks like you to have a venue to offer these classes and a way to facilitate it. And I think it's working beautifully. It's very cool.
There's been some friendships made through it. So it's been really good.
You bet. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me do my ad, and then you think about anything that we're missing and anything that you want people to know about sign language. If you've got some statistics about how many people need it and all that kind of thing, if you want to share. But we're talking with Alannah Fann, and she is the sign language teacher that's been working with Lee Marie at Well in the Square. And I did not realize she's one of our interpreters in the school system, or maybe I did and it slipped my mind, but she's also working with, you said pre-K? That's a fun job.
Yeah,
oh, that's a fun job.
Fun.
That's going to be fun. Is this your first year to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to love those little ones. Oh, they just steal your heart. That's the hardest thing about teaching, and you've probably already figured this out, is being in the classroom and having to say bye to them at the end of the year. I'm sitting here right now already thinking about the ones that have graduated that aren't going to be in the hallways at Greenbrier, and it just kills me.
I know.
It just kills me. And I'm thinking about the ones that are seniors this year that in a minute I'm going to have to say bye.
Yeah, I started.
It's the hardest thing.
Interpreting for a little boy in pre-K, and then now he's going to the middle school, and I had to say bye, and it was hard. It was very hard, and not just him, but just the whole class, because I'd been with that whole class through all of pre-K to fifth grade just to see him grow up, and it's been hard. Yeah.
I know it has to be. It has to be. One of my niece up in Kentucky, she's a kindergarten teacher, and you can just see because she's got just such a tender heart. And man, when her little kindergartners have to leave her, and I don't know if you know Amanda Shaman, she's the same way. She's little ones. She teaches the little ones, and she gets. I just see all of her stuff, and she's my neighbor, and she gets so attached to those babies. But that's the hardest thing about teaching is the attachments you make with these kiddos, because I'm telling you, they are special and it's fun. But and with that said, do you want to be involved in Robertson County Schools? Go get online and see all the jobs that are available, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and you could drive a bus and get to know these kids. There's all kinds of good jobs coming up. School starts in 2 weeks, y'all. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, we're going to get going. Let me do my break. Think about anything that we haven't covered, and we'll get back with it and continue our conversation about sign language with Alannah Fann. And we do want to stop and pause and talk about, of course, Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. Are you interested in a career in real estate? This is something, as soon as we get back to school, I am going to talk to our business teachers about, because I did not know that there is a program sponsored by the state to help high schoolers get their licensing to become a realtor. And I have had encounters with several kiddos that have been through my program that are interested in going into real estate, because audio and video is crucial when it comes to the real estate market, because you've got to know how to present those properties. Barry is so unique in the industry because he spent 17 years as a vice president of a media marketing company up in Nashville. And when you bring that kind of expertise into the real estate community, we're talking videography, photography, drone footage, walkthrough tours, all those things that you know how to do. He's even come in and talked to my class about those different things and the different aspects of how important audio and video is when it comes to selling properties. Well, he can help you with that. And if you've got somebody that that is wanting to come along and develop a career in real estate, Exit Prime Realty would love to get them on board and have them be a part of what they're doing. Samuel and Brandy Hastings are a part of Exit Prime Realty now, and they would love to talk to you if that's something that you're looking to do. If you're wanting to sell property, if you're wanting to buy property, it does not matter. Rebecca, she's the one who got this whole thing started with her and Barry. She started many years ago. She is one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist. And when she was looking for a company to work with, she goes, I wanted one that had everything I needed to be successful. She's still with Exit. And you could be as well. If you want to reach out to them, they're cross-Polanians. They've been here for 30 years, so this is home. They specialize in Robertson County properties, but also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. Like myself, they're originally from Kentucky. They can help you no matter what your needs are. Reach out to them today at sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or BUY, robertsoncounty.com, or you can give them a call at 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425, or 7424, and let them know U-Turn sent you. All right. So talking about do you have some stats about just how many people need help with sign language?
So I did look this up. There's about 2% in the U.S. that are deaf, and then about that in the world.
Okay.
2%.
So I mean, it's one of those things that it's it's something I can't even imagine, being somebody that's the only way you could communicate with it being something that people just take for granted. Mm-hmm. And has this kind of technology helped a lot of the
for sure,
the hearing impaired? I would think. Mm-hmm. Well, it's just like when you meet somebody that speaks Spanish or Arabic or any other language, you can communicate with them through these little silly devices. And so that's a miracle in and of itself.
I met a deaf girl that she told me on iPhones that you can set it to where it can have live captioning. So she uses that all the time.
Yeah.
People will just speak and then it'll be typed out for her on her phone.
Yeah. So she can, that's really cool. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. I had no idea. It's just
settings in your iPhone.
Really? So that way she's constantly monitoring what they're saying, and so she's getting it. Yeah. Interesting. I guess that would work in movies and stuff too, if they want to go. Because I mean, until this kind of technology, they go to a movie and it's not captioned. Mm-hmm. Do they sometimes have special showings of movies and things like that?
Yeah, they do.
For the hearing impaired, I keep wanting to say seeing impaired. And also, this is something as well that I'm curious about, because I have worked with a lot of newcomers to the country and taught a lot of English second language, particularly in the community of the Egyptian folks that have come in, and so around Arabic speakers. And so I got a lot of friends that their first language is Arabic. And one of the families I worked with early on had a brother that was deaf, and they did sign language. And I don't know who it was at the time told me that it was different than American Sign Language.
That is correct.
Because I had somebody with me that knew sign language, and they're like, no, that is not American Sign Language that they're doing. And so that's something I think people don't realize, that there is a difference.
For sure.
So
yeah, I was going to say that American Sign Language is not universal. Yeah. There's about 300 different sign languages in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. American Sign Language is fairly new. It just I think 1970s it got passed that it was a real language, because it uses its own sentence structure, and the way it's set up is more like different languages than it is actually English. So
interesting. Mm-hmm. So have you ran into, because we're a melting pot here in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. We've got if you've not, I could take you to a few apartment communities in Nashville that would blow your mind, all the different ethnicities. They're just beautiful people and wonderful people that just would love to get to know you. And the different languages, just incredible. Have you ran into people a lot of the times you're like, I know sign language, but I don't know your sign language, and I wish I could help you?
Yeah, there was one family in particular that moved here, and they know Spanish sign language.
Yeah.
And so
I never even thought about it. I thought Spanish might be. So are there things that you can kind of that are somewhat similar, because we spend a lot of time in Mexico with the mission work we do every year, and every now and then there are words we're like, okay, it's pretty much the same in English as, because what was I asking? I was asking one of my friends down there just a few weeks ago. I said, what's the Spanish word for this? And they said it was the same word. And they're like, yeah, it's the same. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know. So do you run into that sometimes where some of the things they are similar, or you can go, oh, I know what you're saying?
Yeah, a few.
Yeah.
A few. Not very many.
Really, though? That's amazing. Well, I know that when this gentleman that was using an Arabic sign language was with my friend that knew sign language, she goes, I have no idea what he's saying. She didn't have it was just very, and Arabic is, if you've ever seen that language in particular, they read right to left instead of left to right.
Okay.
And so that makes it even, and the characters of, you're like, I don't know what that is. It's
Right.
yeah, it's very different. It's very different.
I have a friend that went to Nashville Public Schools to interpret, and
Yeah.
she said that there's a lot of people coming, a lot of deaf kids coming to Nashville. They are always looking for interpreters.
Yeah.
And they're most of them have different sign languages.
Yeah.
So they're having to learn English and American Sign Language.
Wow.
Plus the academic stuff on
God
top
bless
of
'em.
Yeah,
God
so
bless 'em.
they're
Can you imagine?
No.
That's the thing. I
That's
have
crazy.
such a heart for my Hispanic kids that are they don't speak any English, and I remind my students around them, say, can you imagine being dropped into a classroom and trying to do the academic work, and you don't even speak the language?
Yeah.
And I mean, come on. And so have a heart and compassion and try to help them.
right.
And but nonetheless, that's fascinating. But I love that you're teaching these classes and trying to get just a few more people that understand sign language. And eventually I'm going to be one of them. If y'all keep these classes going long enough, and Lee Marie keeps telling me, when, LaVern, when? But we're getting there. I keep thinking my schedule's going to settle down, but then I was talking to Terry about I will have 7 grandkids by Christmas this year.
Oh, yeah.
It gets
gonna be
busier
busy.
all the time. It's all wonderful and beautiful, though. Well, I hope you have a wonderful school year. I will hopefully maybe
you.
see
You
you
too.
around Greenbrier and stuff. Anything else that like you said, remind everybody again of the class structure and what you've got going at Well in the Square. And you do have first level classes. We've got a few minutes here. We're just got a few minutes left in the show. Just remind them of all the different setups of what you've got going for classes coming
Yeah.
up.
So we're changing it back to Thursdays. It'll start August 6th. The ASL level 1 will be 3:30 to 4:30. And then if you want to stay and do ASL level 2, you can do that. You can join the ASL level 2 class, and that's going to be at 6 on the same day.
Okay.
So.
Okay, very good. And you need to have done 1 to have done 2, probably, right?
Yes.
To be able to learn it and stuff. So, but this is a great opportunity. You can reach out to them. You can go to Crossroads and find the flyer that has all these classes listed and all the different things that are going on at Well in the Square. And I'm assuming you're down in the ballroom area, just past the bookstore.
Correct.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. So come be a part of it and all the wonderful things that they have going on. Anything else before we get going here?
One more thing.
Sure.
Since it is a Christian radio show.
Absolutely.
The deaf people are one of the most unreached people groups because of
that's
their
beautiful.
languages. There's only one signed Bible that's fully signed, which is ASL. So I think it's Wycliffe, W-I.
Really?
They're working on translating the Bible into different sign languages so that
So
they can have access.
Would that be? I'm fascinated by this, and never apologize for sharing anything gospel with people. You know what? I'm learning. I don't care if it's Christian or not. That's who we are. So just be bold, man. You know. But I get it. I mean, we just we got to be bold about our faith. There's a lot of unreached people out there, but I never thought about that. The greatest unreached are the people who can't speak. So.
Yeah.
But now, okay, so they could open a book and read it, but if they,
Maybe not.
well,
If they don't understand the words that are in
really?
Yeah, even for deaf Americans,
Uh-huh.
they have a hard time understanding the words. But when they see it visually, then they can
Really? I
understand.
never even thought about that. Mm-hmm. Because, when you just, the aspects of, you think about when you learn to read. You open up your little reader when you're a little kid and you start reading the words, you read them aloud. And and so if you've never been able to hear what that word means,
They can't make a connection to that word, so they wouldn't know what the word is.
Yeah, you never think about it. Wow, I had never even thought about that. So, I mean, there's just so many things, so many reasons to be involved in sign language so you can share the gospel with people. How about that?
Yeah.
Make that part of your mission. And I love it. I love it. That's so good. What a beautiful thing. You're so young and you've been at this a while. So that's what made you want to get into sign language? I know that's probably a deep question to be asking in the last couple of minutes of the show. What made you go this direction?
I shared last time that when I went to church camp at Springfield Baptist, and there was a deaf guy in our camp, and he had an interpreter with him, and I had never experienced that before.
Right.
And I was just like, wow, that's really awesome. And I wanted to communicate with him, but I didn't know how.
Yeah.
So when I came back, I wanted to learn, but of course, life happens.
Sure.
So I went to Tennessee Tech, and they had some electives, and so I was like, I'm going to take that. I was interested before. I'm going to do that. And as I was taking it, I was like, I love this. This is what I want to do. And but I was like,
cool.
But would God want to use me in something that I would like? Wouldn't he want? Isn't that funny? And I was just praying, like, God, what do you want me to do? Because I was at Tech doing social work, and I was like, I don't know if I'm up for that. That's heavy stuff.
Yeah.
So I was praying one night, and God told me, you go do that. That's what I want you to do.
That's cool.
So I transferred to Tennessee Temple.
He wants you to do something that you love. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I love that. That is such a cool story. I love that. That is so beautiful. Don't you love it how he just shows you?
Yeah.
Cool story. Thank you for sharing that. See, never leave early because you never know what we're going to. Oh, and I know you have somewhere you have to get. Lee Marie told me you had to get out, and it's 8:00. So I guess we better all go. I'm so glad to see you, and I'll see you around the school district, and I'm going to be in your class eventually. We'll get there. Thank you for joining us. Get to the sign language classes again, starting again when?
August 6th.
August 6th. You can go to Well in the Square to find out more. And we'll keep reminding you about it. Lee Marie will keep reminding you about it. And I hope you'll be a part of it. Thank you for joining us today. And be sure and join us tomorrow for Faith Friday. I've got Spencer coming in. He is with the Celebrate Recovery up here at Calvary Baptist up in Greenbrier. And we're just going to remind you about all the things going on with Celebrate Recovery. Thank you so much for being a part of what we have going on this morning at 1100 WSGI. God bless you. Have a great day, you guys.